Well, hey everybody, Hellcrex here doing another Mercenary Thoughts from the Inner Sphere, episode 244. And today we're going to be talking about that Clan 40-ton mech, the Pouncer, which is a 695 standard with Indo Steel ferrofibrous armor and XL engines with 15 and a half tons of pod space. They should have just made it 15 and gave it another jump jet, so it was a 696, but hey, you can still do that. All right, so it is a pretty decent mech. You know, only problem is being that it's a 6'9" mover. Well, as a clan mech, it does get a little bit hampered with a lack of full amount of armor. It has 115, which is like 22, 23 short of maximum. So if you added another ton of armor on this thing, it would make it a little bit better. You know, for clan purposes, it's fairly slow for a 40-tonner. We just talked recently about the Phantom, which was, you know, a speed demon. This thing is not. 6'9" is pretty much a standard Phoenix Hawk style speed with, you know, decent armor, but, you know, it comes with those double heat sinks, which it does have 12 double heat sinks, so it can dissipate up to 24, so that's not too bad. But, you know, depending on the weapon's configuration, it could be bad, it could be good. Now, the primary configuration of this one is the primary version has 2 ER PPCs, one in each arm, and an ER small in the left torso. Right torso has, well, a targeting computer. So it can move pretty decently and still fire those 2 PPCs, doing 15 damage each if they connect. That's not bad. But with only 24 heat sinks, and if you run, that drops you down to 22, and you fire both PPCs, you're already up on the heat scale by 8. So now you're a 585. Not very smart at all. Not a very good design. Now, personally, I think they would have been better off. The primary version is, right, you got an ER PPC and a large pulse laser. At least that's 25, and if you run, that's 27, and at least you can do that for a turn without having to worry about the heat problems. That would have been a smarter way, but hey, it's an Omni-mech. These are just general configurations, so you can make it the way you want to, you know. But, you know, typically Force Commander says use primary version, use alpha version, beta. You know, but clan is the commander. You're the commander. You want to say, hey, I want to reconfigure this thing for a different weapon pod. You know, I want this, this, this. I want it to have that half-ton using a extra jump jet. You know, you got the pod space to do it. And then outfit it with all, they say, medium pulse lasers. You could put 7 of them on there with or not 7, but say 5 of them with a target computer. There you go. Lots of options. Now, so pretty much I don't mind the primary version if you fired one PPC, but I'd rather have a large pulse laser. Or just give me 2 large pulse lasers and that targeting computer, and I'll be happy to. There you go. And then you're sitting there going, well, I could do semi intercept mode. 6'9" is good enough to get in between another mech and its target. Let's say they got some interceptors coming in through there, some light recon guys coming flying around the corner. And he's like, oh, all I got to do is either jump or just intercept, get in their way a little bit, and give yourself a good firing solution with the targeting computer and 2 large pulses, and they're not going to like you. All right. Alpha version. This is an interesting one. We have an LRM-15 in the right arm with 2 tons of ammo. And then we have an ER medium laser in the right torso, ER small in the right torso facing to the rear. And once again, we have an LRM 15 with 2 tons of ammo, and the other arm with 2 ER medium lasers in the left torso. Now this one's not too bad. That's when you're looking at 2 LRM 15s and 4 ER medium lasers. Heck, you could sit with this back and do indirect fire and direct fire. So you can fire indirectly, direct fire with the LRMs because they're clan weapons. That's not a bad design at all. The only problem is that you have to try to balance out your heat, which if you fire all 4 ER medium lasers and run, there's 22. You still got 2 extra left. So yeah, there's the problem. There's the in a nutshell. So basically, you can fire 3 ER medium lasers and an LRM 15, and you're fine with the heat. Or fire the 2 LRM 15s and throw in a medium laser here and there. So just trying to figure out how to make your heat work. So it's not bad. I can get behind that one pretty decently. You might have even considered dropping the ER small once again. Give yourself a jump jet in that pod section, and then go with a drop even one more ER medium laser and give yourself a target computer. So 3 ER medium lasers and a target computer. Hey, there's an option. Then we have option B, which has an ER large laser in the right arm, SRM-4 in the right arm with a ton of ammo, an LRM-10 in the right torso with a ton of ammo, a ER large laser in the left arm, and an SRM-4 with a ton of ammo in the left arm. So it's kind of mirror image a little bit. The only difference is that, you know, once again, you are sitting there with running a little warm. Now, it's not overly a big problem. You can fire the 2 ER large lasers and run. Do that for 2 turns before you have to worry about having any detrimental problems with heat slowing you down. So, and really, I personally would drop the LRM-10 on that configuration and give myself possibly upgrade those 2 SRMs to Streak 6s and go with that and figure out what other wonderful little toys you can add on in that with that configuration. So that's kind of how I look at that one. You know, it's like with the LRM-10, you're looking at 2.5. Well, you probably can just upgrade it to 2 SRM-6s instead, because the Streaks are going to be too much weight. You can probably get a couple Streak 4s maybe and share the ammo, but you know, you can go that route. All right, and then we have configuration D. Okay, this one I don't like at all, because you got a medium mech, even if it's at the tail end of the medium mechs. You know, it's a 40 tonner, so yeah, it doesn't have a lot of tonnage to play with to begin with. And then you're throwing on a 10-ton weapon system with 2 tons of ammo to go with it. So this one carries a AC-10 Ultra with 2 tons of ammo. So right there you got 12 tons wrapped up in something that possibly could do 20 damage. When you can give yourself 2 large pulse lasers and do the same thing and even hit better. See, the problem I always have with Ultra Cannon is that, yeah, you hit. Then you need to roll an 8 or better to even get your second shot to hit. You're paying the price of it, but you're not getting the benefit of it. And to me, it's like I'd rather just roll twice on the chart. You know, it's like instead of having to worry about that rolling at 8+. And my luck is I very seldom get it. It's done to me, but I don't very seldomly ever do it. So not a big fan. Now, the other thing is it has 3 ER small lasers, and it has 2 ER medium lasers. You got an ER small in the right torso, and left arm, and then you have a left arm also carries around an ER medium laser. So, yeah, on paper, the firepower on this thing could match some of the other mechs in the configurations here, but that's on paper. In all reality, you're lucky if you hit with one AC-10, and then because you may hit, and then I was like, I'm double pumping, and he's like, oh, didn't get it. Oh, double pumping, no, not getting it. You're burning through your ammo and adding heat that you're not getting any benefit from. So, not a fan of that one. Never have been a fan of the Ultra Cannon. So, I probably preach to the choir there. And then we got configuration D. All right, this one has ER medium laser. There's 3 of them in the right arm. Then we have an SRM6 streak. There we go. Right torso with a ton of ammo. Then we have 3 ER medium lasers in the left arm. Targeting computer and a streak 6 in the left torso. This was almost feels like a Ryokan, but smaller tonnage. So this is almost like a Ryokan. All right. And then an ER small laser in the left torso facing to the rear. You keep seeing this small laser, ER small facing to the rear. Personally, my thing would be, give me just another jump jet so I'm a 6.96. That one extra pit may be the difference of getting behind somebody with a jump and putting some damage on the rear torso. So that's just how I deal with things. That's how I kind of look at it. Now, overall, here we're looking at, we got 6 ER medium lasers. Okay, that's 30 heat. And if you run, you're looking at sort of 32, then you're going 8 up on the heat scale. This is the same problem you had with the 2 ER PPC version. It's like you're creating yourself a lot of heat. Now, this would work good for hammering elementals. You're kind of looking at it as this way. You got the targeting computer to offset the small target type thing going on with elementals, but you're going to hit them possibly with 6 ER medium lasers. You're probably going to really tear that point apart, but then if you really want to risk the heat and maybe jump away the next turn or something, because you're going to be slowed down, because you're looking at, if you fire the 2 streaks also, you're looking at what, 40 heat. It's like you run and fire everything, you're up on 16 on the heat scale. You're definitely going to be jumping away and not firing anything. But if you get everything to hit, you can destroy a point of elementals real quick. It's like you hit them with the 6. Every point's you're gonna probably kill 1 point outright with the just the lasers alone, and the streaks will finish off the rest. So you kind of risk it for the biscuit. You're looking at it going, yeah, I could possibly go that route and risk the. It's like, what is the? I think it's. Take a quick gander here, but I think it's around 16 or 18 that they start risking stuff. Oops, wrong sheet. Hang on a second here. On the heat scale, you got to shut down on a 14, and then it's the 18 is your 8+, and then if you got up to 19, then you're looking at ammo explosion on a 4+. So yeah. You gotta worry about that. But at 16, you might get away, because at 16 heat, the next turn you're going to be with a -3 movement. Yeah, you're at -3 movement. So now you're a 3-5-5. Yeah, you definitely are. if there's any large group of elementals, they'll swarm you and hammer you pretty hard, most likely. So there's that. Okay. So that is pretty much the Pouncer in a nutshell. To be honest, I like some of the configurations, some I do not. It's like, personally with the configuration D, I would probably think about maybe a slight difference of taking drop 2 of those ER medium lasers and add 2 more heat sinks. Go that route, so at least you're dissipating 28. And then you can think about, it's like, yeah, I would definitely go that route, because if you had 4 ER medium lasers and you fire into 2 streak launchers, yeah, that's 28. So yeah, you could do that for a couple turns and get a buy with it before you have to not fire anything. And the other good thing is, if the streaks don't fire, one of them doesn't fire, then you're not worried about heat. So there you go. That's an option right there. I just realized that's a great configuration right there. I might have to consider that one in the future. All right, hope you guys like this one. So hit the old like button, like and subscribe, share with friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Hell Greg's out.